You could also write an expanded form this way and get a little more sophisticated. 1 times 100,000 plus 2 times 10,000 plus 3 times 1,000 plus 4 times 100 plus 5 times 10 plus 6. But for our purposes and for exams, this is what you're going to write when we put in an expanded form. But other ways you might see expanded form, especially for the elementary age kids. So looking at the example that I have here, simplify the expansion. Well, that's 2 times 10 to the 4th power. 10 to the 4th power is in the 10,000s place. And 2 times 10 to the 3rd power, that's in the thousands place. There's nothing in the hundreds place. That's why we have a placeholder of 0. And you may have never thought of 0 as a placeholder before, but it may make more sense now. And then we have 6 in the tens place, and then we have 2 in the ones place. And that's number 23,062. There are different physical models for positional systems. You can see in your book, there's the classroom abacus. We can use the classroom abacus to figure or write a number. This is 34 in the classroom abacus. You have your ones. This is your tens. If you had something here, it would be your hundreds and so on and so forth. So, for example, if we wanted to express 326 on a classroom abacus, if we took that same picture idea, we had 4 or 5 bars. Then I would put rings on each of those. I would put 6 rings in the ones place, and then 2 rings in the tens place, and then put 3 rings in the hundreds place. And that's how you could use an abacus to express the number 326. Other classroom models, we've got bundling sticks. Representing with bundling sticks, you bundle 10. So when you bundle 10 sticks to make a 10, you've got 10, 20, 34. Unifix cubes are cool. They just kind of snap onto the end of each other. So if you're representing 34 with unifix cubes, put 10 together to represent 10. There are 3 of these. And then we have, of course, then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So that's the number 34. And units, mats, and strips, we're going to be using these a lot during the semester. For a unit, we will just draw a little square. For a strip, we'll generally represent that with a stick. And then for a mat, we'll just draw a big square. And that's how we're going to represent unit strips and mats on our drawings. Notice for the unit strips and mats, there were 10 to make a strip, and there are 10 by 10 to make 100. And that should very much resemble an area model, and it is an area model. It's an area representation of the number 100 is what it boils down to. So then, the base 10 blocks, if you put those 10 mats together, you form a block, and that's equivalent to 1,000. And then you've got the flats. Those are equivalent to 100. These are more two-dimensional than the strips and the mats that we'll be just drawing. They're three-dimensional, not two-dimensional. Then we've got the longs, that's 10. And then we've got the cube, of course, that's 1. And so you can use those to represent a number. So it says we're going to use base 10 blocks to represent 75 plus 27. well, we're not going to be able to draw base 10 blocks. That's a little hard to do. So we're just going to draw using our units, strips, and mats. And for our units, remember, we'll just use a little square. For our strips, we'll use a stick. And for our mats, we'll use a big square. So if I want to represent 75 plus 27, then I'll draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strips. And then I will draw 5 units. And then I will draw the number 20. 7, I'll draw 2 strips. And then 7 units. And then I'm going to trade. Anytime I make 10, I trade. So I have 10 of these blocks because I can't say 12 ones. We can only put one digit in the ones place. So I can't say 12 ones. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll circle 10. And I'll trade those 10 for a stick or a strip. And now I'll just have a strip. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strips. Well, I have to exchange those for a mat. And so what I end up with is 1 mat. I end up with 0 strips. And I end up with 2 units to give me the number 102. And that's how you can use these base 10 blocks, or in our case, unit strips and mats, to represent the number 75 plus 27. I think that wraps it up. I'll see you guys on Monday. Make sure you do the homework from section 3.1. If you have any questions, we'll go over that in class. And have a good weekend.